also. You cannot just come to social media to like, okay, this is how I planted tomato. This is how I can like process and pasteurize it for it to like
last
longer. So social media is not only about my younger one. I used to tell them, it's not only about, it's not only about shaking bomb on TikTok and all that.
We need to say that again so they can hear.
It's not only about shaking bomb on TikTok. You can always like post. It's not even on terrorism. There is hunger. I just told you I'm a farmer, as young as I am. And I'm not ashamed to say it because I know that even if I'm not selling, at least I have something for myself for the meantime before the dry season comes. So social media, if we all use it rightly, even this TV, if we all use it rightly, we will reduce it. It will not be gone forever, but it will drastically drop.
All right. It
will drop. Let's like portray good information. Okay, if something is happening, and let's investigate the information that we are posting. Somebody like my father will send you one video and tell you, Chichi, na nebuko modo na obete. Meanwhile, I'm not obete buying something. My father does that. Hey, all these sent to 100 persons. My father has it A1. He will send.
Yeah.
So I don't know myself, or I don't look up things. I will be living in fear.
Yeah. All right, Chidima, what's the most profound experience you had working as a data analyst as regards maybe not full-blown terrorism, but something impending that is not so positive? Have you had any experience at all, no matter how remote, that you can share with us before we leave, because we are quickly running out of time?
Okay. I don't really have I don't really want to talk about the
well, you can give us an overview. You can just glean over it so that even if you gave us details, we wouldn't even understand. We are not tech savvy.
It's true news. So I don't really want to talk about. Let me talk about, like, there's another analysis that I did.
Okay.
It's for a new transport company that is coming up in ENUGU. It's called Oijemoto.
Okay. You have to pay us. You have to pay us for this advert. No. You have to pay us first for this advert.
Don't worry. So I've actually submitted the report. So they're working on it. We are looking at what to do differently to like outshine other transport,
to get ahead of your
companies. And there is another one that I'll be submitting maybe tomorrow or next on red oil packaging. Someone wants to start red oil packaging, just like they're packaging vegetable oil. Wants to start packaging red oil, and I've done the survey already. I'm already on I've done the analysis. I just want to give the report. So they want to know how people do people really want to buy red oil packaged?
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Chidima. It was such a pleasure having you sit here and discuss this. And being a woman, you should know I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget, this is still Signature TV, New Day. And head over to our social media platforms. Like, share, comment. Don't go anywhere. New Day continues after this short break.
You see, if you are going into a, anybody that wants to drive will first of all learn to drive. If you want to do anything, you learn it. But in Nigeria, you learn by just name. And you run into the system. And when your car breaks down, you look for the best mechanic, not minding the tribe, not minding the religion. But Nigeria is sick. Nigeria is like a car with a lot of price in Nigeria. You cannot say that as I'm going in station A, I know how much it should be. Or you are going to finish station B. No, once you go in, whatever you see, you buy. You can come in now and they will write, like when I was coming out, the filling station where I bought for 950 naira. Go to other states, it's 1,000 plus. And just like that. If I take it to be 1,950 naira now, I may enter another fuel station and see 1,100 or whatever. That is the way it has become. Even the Department of Petroleum.
Discussing the intersection between social media and terrorism. We have Joshua Okafor in the studio to further take us deeper into insights concerning these two seemingly, different realms of endeavor. Joshua Okafor is a sound engineer, and he's going to be our guest on this part of the segment of this discussion. Good morning, Joshua.
Good morning this morning.
How are you?
I'm very much fine.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're an engineer.
Yeah. Actually, anyway, the thing is that by training I'm a graduate of agriculture.
Wow.
But by technicality and the other learnings,
an engineer.
I
Can I tell you a fun fact?
Okay.
So the guest I had before now is trying to recall, an analyst, a data analyst,
yes,
and she's also a farmer. And here you are, an engineer and also a farmer.
Yeah.
So what am I missing?
To start with, we all know what is at stake now. Generally, the whole world, hunger is a discussion on the table now. Because when you eat, you can think. If you don't have food, you can't think of every other thing. It's the first basic need of man.
Yeah, Maslow's hierarchy of...
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's after hunger, you talk about shelter and clothing.
Every
and
other thing.
So
okay, so we've had a lot of discussion on on social media as a potential instrument or an instrument of terrorism, given what's happening across the globe. Recently, someone said something inflammatory all the way in Canada against a certain tribe in Nigeria, and an official had to write for her arrest over there in Canada. So it shows the potential of social media being a tool, to incite violence and terrorism. So we've had a lot of that discussion with my guest that just left the studio now. So my question to you now is, if there's a bad side of an issue, there's also usually a good side to an issue, right? In your thoughts, in your thinking, how do you think that social media can be used as a tool against terrorism? Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Like what you said now, something happened last time when someone in South Africa booked an Uber in Nigeria. You must have heard of the news.
Of course, it was everywhere.
Nigeria has now started booking, and there was a lot of issue online. So one thing about social media is a good thing, but like you said, whatever comes good side must come with its own negative side. So what you do is to weigh it, which one is better, you now take on. So social media, like you said, can be used to also curb terrorism, in as much as people will mostly use it too for terrorist attack and other things. Because with social media now, especially something like GPS.
Please, what is GPS?
GPS is...
are you talking about global positioning system?
Yes.
Okay.
Once you're online now...
Actually, for a moment, I thought GPS is a new social media platform.
No.
Okay.
Once you're online with your data is on and your phone is active, network, there's a way someone can easily track and know your location. You understand? So something like that now from social media too. as you are using it, there is a way you can be tracked and know where you are staying. So that even if someone, like you said now, last time was from South Africa, someone said something from, you said Canada, I think, and someone has to write for the person to be arrested because I saw that on social media. Possibly they tracked the location of that person, verify the profile of the person online.
IP address
Yes.
and all that.
So that is why in social media now, when you want to open any new profile, they will ask you to put this detail so that possibly for anything, you can be traced, like your address or anything. So possibly they tracked all those things. I know that this also person is here. That's why they were able to move on to for the arrest.
Okay, so before I get to the role of, okay, so for me, I'm thinking the government has a role, all stakeholders, the government, the social media companies, they have their role, I believe, and then the people, they have their role. So let's start with the people. Okay. What are specific things that people need to do? Because we are here to enlighten people. Some people do this out of ignorance, but you know, ignorance is never an excuse, so you need to get informed. So let's talk about the people. What can people do? Because everybody has presence on social media. Yes. So what are the practical things that they can do to curb terrorism? Because, okay, let's forget Boko Haram and all the well-known organized terrorist groups. You know, there's cultism in secondary schools these days. So they could use social media to push their little agenda. So my question to you is, how can the people, the Gen Zs, the mothers, the fathers, how can they use the power in their hands in the form of social media to curb terrorism?
Okay, one thing I do tell people about social media is that it's a good thing, but most times, because maybe we just feel like we want to trend and want to post things, we don't verify information. It's one of the way we make things. If someone is looking up to me now, having seen me in the society, and I share something, the person may not have time to verify. We assume that since I shared that thing, it's acceptable, you understand? So it's very, very important that when we see any information in social media, we try as much as possible to verify that information. See where it's coming from. Don't just be in a haste to just share. You understand? Because once
Hold
you
that
do that,
thought, because when you say verify, nobody understands what you mean. So what is the one thing that you can do quickly to verify? Because it sounds as if you have to go to Night Mile to verify. What is one thing, just one thing?
Online, like someone can post a news of something that happened in Abuja now. You understand? You are not in Abuja. But instead of you to just share that without getting the full information about how it happened, you can use your Google and check other platforms.
Bingo.
Yes, that's one. Then again, if you are not sure of the information, you can say that this is alleged stuff, is a rumor. These are the words you can use so that anyone getting it will not conclude that
like
this
a
is
disclosure.
Just the way, yes, that this is just the way it happened. Because if you just share it that way, someone that knows you, know your capacity and your personality in the society can just say, this person posted it, that means it's true. Like in the world of football, there's one football analyst. Once he posts something, we know that he legit transfer news, everything. So I know such person will not just come and post something that will not be true because he knows his credibility and his stand in the footballing society. So that is the thing. People most times just share for sharing's sake. You see information, you don't even care to ask or even think about it. I do tell people, give information time. You must not share immediately. Digest it, analyze it.
I think
the urge is always there.
Yes, it's like an adrenaline thing. Let me be the first, the exclusive.
So that is the thing. So someone will just, even all this online scam, business scam, someone will say you pay 2,000 naira, you register and win it. That is how it starts. If I post it to a group that people know me very well, they cannot pay that 2,000 naira. Before you would realize that it's fake, they must have paid. Those people will make their money and go. Then even if you are telling them that you are sorry when they have wasted their money. You have lost the trust they have in you.
So I hear you in verifying facts and videos and stories before pushing. What else can the people do to curb? Because we're not just talking full-blown terrorism, like I told you. There are other sorts of terrorism, all right, towards families, towards people, whatever, all right? So what other things aside
then on social
verifying?
Media too, like some time ago, something happened. So a guy invited 2 ladies, I think, to another state. The news came up that they killed the 2 ladies. It was online and stuff. And now nobody, they did not notify anybody of where they are going.
Where they were going.
You understand? So I think social media too is a good thing. If somebody is sending you a chat for anything, you can also forward to another person that you know very well for.
Joshua, I need you to do me a favor. Could you look into the camera? and address. Look into the camera.
Okay.
I need you to address the young people based on this second point.
So now, somebody, you are going for something. Like today, I was invited here. I don't know this place before, but I have to tell people that this is where I'm going. They say, okay, they know the place. This is. They even gave me the direction, even with the Google map I was using to come. I tracked it. So, but most times, somebody may just be saying something online. You don't know the person for the first time. You just go. You're not involved in security.
Some could travel outside of a state.
The one I've forgotten the full story, but the person traveled from something like the Riverline State, like me, Port Harcourt, to this eastern part, or I don't know the state again. They ended up being killed. It's when they were killed, they saw the body, they started analyzing and tracing what actually happened. They now saw the chart somehow. I don't know if it's from their phone or something. So they just went, no information, nobody will know where they are going. They did not inform any security. Even their parents or guardian is not aware. They did not send any picture of even the person they are going to meet. With social media, it's very easy. If I'm chatting with you now, although what they do mostly online now is that if those scam people, how you know them is their profile most times. You look at their profile, they mostly use the profile of pictures of ladies, depending on the scam they want to run. So that it will be something like subtle, maybe beautiful ladies or something. They may not look the exact picture. So these are, you need to have verification. Most times, if someone chat me on WhatsApp, tell me a name, I rush to Facebook. See if I can find a name and picture of so-so, if it's related to what the person is actually talking about. That is one point. Then there are some questions you ask somebody. Somebody called me last time. He's my brother from Canada that is doing this one. I quickly asked him, where are you from? Since you are my brother, you should know my state, you should know my village, you should know something about my area. He ended the call. That was the end of it. So these are the ways. We need to be ready that scammers can get to us every time they chat me up on Facebook Messenger. But if you are so fast to just rush in, there are simple killing questions you ask the person, you know that you throw the person off balance. That is one. But when you just come online, someone, even in business or anything, you just rush and
you're just looking at the base. You're not looking at the
Yes, you're looking at what you're going to benefit from the benefit.
Picture.
Yeah. And they will come with something
enticing
and all that. So that is the thing. We need to learn how to be patient with social media. It's a serious, even this morning I have to delete one of the groups I manage on WhatsApp. Someone just posted something. As admin, I just deleted it. I don't even need to
inform
the 30%. Because the more you waste time, someone may pick it up and
it
get to the wrong hand.
Absolutely.
So that is the thing. And you know, because of the level of education in our country, most people are not that educated like
they went to school, but they're not educated.
Or some did not go, like our mothers and our fathers now. So there is a way you do something. People can easily be misled with this social media of a thing.
True.
So that is just the thing.
True. You've elaborated so much on the role of the people, the ordinary people, and what to do. Now let's talk about these companies that own all of these platforms, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Okay. What is their role in curbing terrorism?
Yeah, they play a significant role because one, they are the owner of the platform.
So they are liable in case something happens.
Because they should be able to track anything. Like even in Facebook, there are some things even this morning I was stopped from liking some picture, like reaction to post.
Why?
They told me that they just have to free me to protect the community or something for protective stuff. So maybe after some time,
they will allow you.
Maybe there's a why I liked, they thought is too much. Or something. So these are the measures. Then on Facebook too, you can easily report a post you felt is not following standard.
Okay.
If you report, like sometimes in Nigeria, one blogger came up and did something, people picked it up and started reporting the page. They brought the person's page down, stuff like that. So I think they have a role to play if you report such cases and they can verify it and see that it's true. There are some things you post on Facebook now with someone's song, that is a license right or something. They will bring the post down and tell you that you don't have the power to do stuff like that. So these are the regulation they put in place to monitor. But you know that all this regulation will not work very well if the people using the media, the platform, are not actually up and doing to be able to give report for them to be able to pick it up and analyze and see if it's true or false.
Okay, so people will actually need to report.
Yes. That is the thing. They may not, there are so many people using the platform.
Okay, so being a social media user myself, I've come across some posts online that will tell you, okay, so this is a petition, sign this petition to do this and do that.
Yes.
Can someone actually start a petition against?
Yes, I'm even in a group, this amnesty, something, so I think.
Yeah.
Ahead.
How does that work? Walk us through how petitions work.
So I think
in bringing down some of these things.
Just like that now, somebody can pick it up. This is a problem he will write. They will now open a pool where people will come and react, whether they are in support of what the person is saying or not.
How do you, I need you to take us through the nitty-gritty. How do you open that poll? I mean, where did you go to a website? Or do you use an app? How do you go about it?
Yeah, I think there's I have not actually tried it. I've just joined. At times I see notification of petition that is going on that I should vote, that so and so is happening in this place. But I have not actually tried initiating any pool at all. So, but I believe there is like that amnesty something, this thing is a kind of app where you come in. If you see something like that, mainly they focus more on bad governance and everything, that this and these people are suffering in so country. Someone will pick it up, write that petition, other people will now follow up and vote. So I think in the end, they will analyze the number of votes, and from there they take up action with it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's talk. Okay, I had something in mind, because I mentioned 3 stakeholders, the people, the government, and the companies. But before I get to the government, let's talk AI. Okay,
AI is like the in thing now. In fact, AI is so popular now, it scares me somehow, because you could find AI to clone you, where you just speak as though it is you and make inflammatory statements, right?
Yeah.
Where do we draw the line with AI?
This whole thing now boils down to being careful, because the more innovation comes, the more the negative side of it. So we need, if we are aware of that before it even comes, we know how to protect ourselves.
So how do we protect ourselves?
So like what you said now, somebody can clone your face with time.
And voice.
And your voice. So most times you hear of a recorded call. In the end, they will telling you that is doctored, that is not actually true. So you may be confused, but to some extent, there is sense in it that somebody can clone your voice, use it and make a call and form it that you are the one making that call, or even face. You understand? So, but in the end of everything, if we are careful, we not actually commit ourselves, you understand, into maybe showing something that we actually point out that we are actually the victim. It may be easier for you to trace it, analyze it. Like at times what they do in the voice is that they analyze the voice. There are people, they are specialists.
Like you